Mid-America Library Alliance is presenting Romance Comes to Kansas City, coordinated by MARC, which is a subcommittee of Mid-America Library Alliance. It'll be on 4/29/2013. It will start at 9 a.m. at the Plaza Branch Library of Kansas City Public Library System. This is an opportunity for your staff to learn new Reader's Advisory skills and to hone some Reader's Advisory tools that regard romance, which is one of the most popular fiction genres. The workshop will provide you with insight and awareness and understanding of the romance genre, which is an important skill not only for library staff, but for library patrons as well, because your patrons are going to be using some of the resources we provide you to pick the books that they're going to be reading on a day-to-day basis. There'll be 4 parts to the workshop. The first will be presentations by romance authors. The second, we'll have library peers, which we are fondly referring to as fangirls, talk to you about what kinds of appeal factors are involved in choosing the right romance novel. Romantic Times Book Reviews, which is one of the premier resources for library materials and for romance readers to find new materials that are coming out, will also be providing us with a panel of reviewers. And in addition to that, the workshop will be followed by a free wine and cheese reception with several best-selling romance authors from various subgenres. The first library workshop will be a fangirl readers panel. Library staff and readers from across the Kansas City area will be here to speak with us about why it is that they love romance and what makes them so passionate about the genre that they read. We'll also be talking about how library staff can relate to quote-unquote fangirls, people who are absolutely geeky about what's new and what's available in the romance genre. We'll also talk about some core collection development and help you guys help staff decide which books to buy and how many subgenres they really want to include in their collection. Among the things that we'll be discussing at the core collection development portion, we will also be talking about where you can find the right resources to provide you with access to books that you think that your peers and your patrons are going to want to be reading. We'll also be providing a list of resources and websites. Romantic Times Book Reviews will also be providing us with copies of their current issue and their magazine so that you will be able to see firsthand what it is that Romantic Times Book Reviews is providing in their collection development tool and their review magazine. Author Sarah McLean, who's a best-selling author both from the New York Times best-selling list and the USA Today best-selling list, will be with us talking about feminism and romance novels. Her selection will be a short talk about real heroines ripping their own bodices. Sarah Wendell, who has a following of millions on her website Smart Bitches Trashy Books, will be available and on hand to talk to us about the appeal factors of the romance genre, why we read the novels that we do. In addition to that, our authors panel will include Victoria Alexander, who has been writing since 1995 and has several best-selling novels, including several novels that are currently out on the shelves. Shannon Butcher will be available as well. She writes romantic suspense and paranormal romance. And Sarah McLean will be sharing her experience as a romance author as part of this panel as well. After the workshop, we will have a wine and cheese. Guest authors will include Cherry Adair, who writes suspense as well as paranormal romance, Heather Graham, who writes paranormal romance, suspense, and contemporary romance, Linnea Sinclair, whose special blend of romance and science fiction has become a hallmark of the romance genre, as well as C.H. Amaran, who writes Western romances, and Zuri Day, who writes multicultural romances for both Harlequin and her new publisher, Source Books, as well. You can register online at the Mid-America Library Alliance's website under our calendar list of workshops. The workshop, once again, will be on April the 29th. It will be from 9 to 4, and immediately following the workshop, there will be a free wine and cheese for attendees. Freebies will be on hand from several different publishers, including copies of Romantic Times Book Reviews magazines and books that will be made available for you to get autographed and signatures from the authors on hand. We hope to see you at the Mid-America Library Alliance's Romance Comes to Kansas City workshop, which will be on April 29th. And we hope to see you in Kansas City for the Romantic Times Book Review Convention, which will be from May 1st through May 5th.